Today just doesn't get any better than that. Good morning and welcome to another history special. And in this video I'm going to take a walk around the principal museum here in Celje, Slovenia, and take a look at the ancient archaeological remains of the old city of Celje. As I walk into the complex here, just walk over the little bridge here. Looks like there might have been some sort of moat, fortified moat around this building. There's some ancient walls as well, and some display boards showing old photographs of Celje. But it's all in Slovakian, so I can't actually read it, which is a shame. But what's interesting is the trebuchet behind me. Instruments of war used for throwing stones, breaking down castle walls and drawbridges, and attacking other fortified buildings. Really nice to see that. It is a replica. It's obviously been there quite a while, given its condition, but it's nice to see. You can also see an old map as well of Celje, showing the walls and the towers and the three entrance gates as well. And you can see the west tower, part of the theatre complex that I visited on my walk around Celje. It's really nice to take a look at these old photographs and see how they compare to modern day photographs. But let's go inside and take a look. This is absolutely amazing down here. These are the old Roman ruins here in Celje. Just look down through the glass, see the old, all the brickwork. Absolutely incredible to see this. Just love seeing my Roman remains. But what's really interesting here is a gravestone. And this is the gravestone with an epitaph in verse dedicated to Bishop Gordientus, and it dates from the 6th century AD. Absolutely incredible to think it survived all this long. I've got to walk across the glass, and my vertigo is going to be a problem. So if I walk across the crossbeam, I should be all right. Oh my God, this is terrifying. Oh, this is all glass. Oh, this is actually a Roman road I'm standing on. This connected Emona to Celje in Roman times. It was the formed part of the Via Publica. There have been colonnades on either side, lining the routes with a ditch as well. But it's absolutely incredible to see this actually preserved. Really, just looking at these stones. Never walked on a Roman road before. I'm so excited. Absolutely incredible. There's another bit just further on here. Absolutely incredible to see this. This part actually dates around the 3rd century. The main road surface around 6 metres wide, and together with the side ditches and the footways, the road measures around 14 metres in width. As I say, this was part of the Decumanus Maximus, the main east-west road of the town. And if I continued on through the mural at the front, it would take me to the market square that I was at the other day, and that marvellous column that was the intersection of the Decumanus Maximus and the Cardo Maximus. Absolutely brilliant to see that I was there. But look at these stones. Absolutely incredible to look down They're just so well preserved. This whole museum is absolutely incredible. Let's just see what else they have here. There's a line of defensive wall here, fortified the town of Celje. The size of those blocks of stone, absolutely amazing. Romans just loved to build wherever they were. They just built. And walls and towers was something they did exceptionally well. And all over the Roman Empire, their remains still survive today. This area here was once a domus. This was living accommodation for a Roman family, probably fairly wealthy. And across from the domus would have been the taberna, the shops, the workshops that the family would have worked in. And there's a little part here you can actually walk down and stand in one of the tabernae. There we go, actually standing in what was once a Roman shop. I haven't been this excited about Roman Museum since I was in Lugo a couple of years ago. Exploring a museum doesn't get any better than this. This is just so exciting. And there are pictures on the walls of mosaics and things that have been found in the area. Absolutely incredible. Just take a walk back up the ramp and back towards the Domus. And in the corner here is it's a fireplace. Used to heat the Domus in the winter time. Perfectly preserved in situ. Just incredible. It really is. Level of preservation that survives under the ground. It makes me wonder what else is left to be found. I'm sure we haven't even touched the surface yet for Roman remains. You get a lovely view of the road from here. You can see the curve and the ditch to one side. Must have been very rickety going over it with some sort of cart. But maybe designed for walking on. The Roman people and legionaries could get from one location to another fairly quickly. But let's just wander over to the other side and take another look at the road from the other angle. And here we are, actually walking on the road. How absolutely incredible is this? Amazing, it really is. Saw a small section of road when I was in Sagunto a few years ago. That was all under glass in the middle of the high street there, one of the roads. It's very interesting to see it, but to actually come down here and walk where Romans walked some 2,000 years ago, 1600, 2,000 years ago. It's just so incredible. And you can walk a bit further up here, actually see the ditch. But let's walk around a bit further and see what else we can discover. Another section of wall on my left. And walk down here, you can see more of the old Roman wall. The size of these blocks is absolutely incredible. It really is. There's a well there as well. It's an old medieval well. Fantastic. And 2 torsos. Now these are quite incredible because they're full of figure and larger life statues of previous emperors. No idea who the emperors were. They date from the second half of the 1st or early 2nd century. But I guess they fell out of favour and they end up being used as building material for the wall. I guess when the Romans had no use for something, they just reused it, recycled. Looking at the carving on the outside, intricate detail. This was somebody of note. Probably a famous emperor. But Trajan perhaps? Who knows? But it's, despite being buried in rubble, it's still in very, very good condition. But just down here is the remains of another Domus. This one's quite incredible because you can actually see the floor level and the raised on the tiles, which is the Hypocaust. So there'd have been a furnace outside and hot air would have come underneath the floor to heat the room. It shows what it had been like as well. And again, you can see the hollow tiles, which have allowed air through them as well. Really, really nice. This is just a fantastic museum. Absolutely fantastic. Let's just walk through here because I think this goes down into the medieval section. Because medieval times they reused the old Roman bricks. Yeah, these are the old medieval walls. Again, really impressive and very well preserved here in this museum. Very occasionally on my travels I find museums like this. And they're all just so exciting. Look at these walls here. Absolutely well preserved brickwork. And then through here again, another section of wall. You can see the marks on the wall that the Romans would have used to lift the stones into place. Another bust of a statue, again in the wall. Maybe it might have been related to the previous statues or torsos. Might have been the wife or concubine of one of the emperors. But absolutely incredible. But let's explore the rest of this museum and see what else we can discover here. Because there may be Roman foundations on the ground, and on the top is the old palace. So let's head upstairs. What an absolutely fantastic museum. The upper galleries were just as interesting as the Roman remains in the basement. There was even a little model which actually showed the ditches around the building. The building itself was built over several decades, around the 14th and 15th century, for the counts of Celje. And by the end of the 15th century, the building housed the Viceroy's office. By the 18th century, it was converted into an army barracks. It's now this fantastic museum. But the Roman remains underneath weren't discovered until the early 1990s. And they have been preserved fantastically. Absolute pleasure to walk around there and to stand on a Roman road. Today just doesn't get any better than that. Absolutely wonderful. But if you enjoyed this video and want to see more about Roman remains, I'll leave a link to my video from Lugo, which will come up next. And there are plenty more history specials on my channel. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow my journey, because there's plenty to come. Thank you for watching.